All
All
right, everyone, we'll go ahead and get things started with head coach Dana Holgerson. We will go ahead and open questions up and lead things off with Mark Berman. Mark.
Dana, how nuts was this game?
Yeah, nuts on all accounts. On all accounts. You know, I don't want to sit here and act like I'm mad because I mean we just won our 8th game in a row and won a conference game on the road. There's a lot of things that we're gonna have to clean up. You know, I mean we had a lot of guys out. You know, guys were dropping. Key players were dropping, not playing. We got flagged a lot. Not happy about that. I thought their performance was, you know, like our kickoff team wasn't good. You know, and defensively we couldn't get there. That quarterback, God dang man, that kid's gonna be special. You know, look, South Florida played their tail off. We knew it was gonna be a battle. This place was electric. Now it's homecoming. They had a lot of people here. They were juiced up. They play hard. They always play hard. They battle. You know, I give them a bunch of credit. I mean, they're on the right track. At the end of the day, the difference was Clayton Tune. I thought he played his absolute tail off. He made plays, was very proud of him. And our running game finally kind of made some progress. So there's going to be a lot of positives. There's going to be some things that we can coach hard on, which I plan on doing tomorrow. At the end of the day, we're going to leave here and get on airplane with our 8th straight win.
Thank you, Mark. We'll send it over to James Mueller. James?
Yeah, Dana, can you just talk about the run game tonight? Alton and Taizon both eclipsed 100 yards combined for 4 scores, just the importance of that and what you saw from them.
Yeah, I haven't had that, I don't think, since we've been here. I mean, our you know, running game has been suspect, as we all know. You know, Clayton's been such a big part of our running game, and when we didn't have that, we struggled. We challenged them last week. I thought our O-line responded. You know, our pad level was better. I thought our coaching staff did a good job. We schemed some things up. That was really good. You know, and then the backs ran hard. I haven't had one like these two in quite some time. Taizon can run away from people and make people miss, and Alton's just a freak downhill guy, you know, that can find the end zone as well. So happy with the running game. We needed every bit of it. I wanted to come in and establish the run. You know, I was pretty happy with the way we did that.
Thanks, James. We'll send it over to Joseph Duarte. JD?
Dana, earlier in the week, you had mentioned about getting to this point, and essentially it would be a shame to have a slip up. When you see them get off to that type of start, was there a message, you know, after those first couple of possessions where they took a lead on you guys to maybe sort of settle your guys down?
Yeah, I had some choice words for some people. It was more encouragement than anything. I mean, I'd sometimes lose my mind and yell, but a lot of it's coaching and encouraging and stuff, and you know, trying to get people's attention. Call it what you want to. The halftime message was, it's a 4-quarter game. You know, there's a lot of things that happened in the first half that was like, wow. You know, I mean, two returns for touchdown on kickoff. I've never seen that. I'm almost to the point where I'm tired of seeing kickoff returns for touchdowns. I've seen 5 in 3 weeks. I mean, obviously a couple of them were ours and it won the game, and that's great. But God dang, man, we got some things we got to work on, obviously. But the halftime message was it's 4 quarters. There hasn't been one game this year that we've won in the first half. So our guys were good at halftime, settle in. Let's go out there and play. We did, you know, scored on our first 3 possessions offensively. Defense got some stops. Just fourth quarter just felt like we just couldn't put it away for whatever reason. You know, we let them hang around, which was frustrating. We let them hang around, which was frustrating. But then at the end of the game, we did what we needed to win.
Send it back over to James Mueller. James?
Yeah, Dana, earlier in the week, you talked about Jake Herslow and just the good fit he's been with this program and just emerging out of nowhere. Can you just describe, I mean, obviously he had a huge impact tonight, but that touchdown catch in the first quarter, it seemed like, there was no way he could come down with that and get his foot in bounds. Just what that did and sort of the player he is.
Yeah, incredible catch. I couldn't enjoy it because I was so mad that we mis-ID'd the front and Tune had to scramble around and throw it up. It's bad football. So I was mad, but so I haven't enjoyed that with him. I will. He's the best special teams player that goes unnoticed that I've coached in quite some time. I recovered the onside kick. He's a great front line guy on kickoff return. Not all four. I think he downed that punt on the 1-inch line. I disagree with that call, which that one plus a whole lot more I disagreed with. But that was an outstanding one. He did it twice tonight. All-around football player, man. I mean, he is just an all-around football player. I'm so happy that he's on his team. I'm so happy he made his way from the Northeast down to Houston, and he's helping us win ball games.
Head back over to Joseph Duarte. Joseph?
I wish I could go back and scholarship him. He's a walk-on. I wish I could go back and give him a scholarship. Maybe I'd do something for him after he graduated.
Dana, at some point, I believe recently you had mentioned that you felt like you guys were in a position where you were still yet to play your best football. You still had some of that to come. I was wondering from the offensive end during this win streak, have you sort of felt like things have opened up a lot more when you look at what y'all have been able to do, whether it's the explosive plays, the running game starting to get on track? Is that offense sort of coming where you thought maybe earlier in the season it is now?
Yeah, 10 yards of play. 10 yards of play. We weren't great on third down. We scored in the red zone, I think 4 of the 5 touchdowns. Averaged 10 yards of play. Doing good. Didn't turn the ball over. Playing good offensive football. And I think our team understands good complementary football. I think defense understands offense was struggling early and played above their head. I think offense understood that special teams gave up some points, and defensively we weren't getting stops. That's the worst third down defense that we've had all year. I got complete faith in our defense, but games like this are going to happen. And that quarterback just ran around and made a whole bunch of plays, and offense needed to step up and score, and offense did. So I still think our best football is ahead of us. We've seen good defense. We've seen good special teams. I mean, from complete games, offensively now, defensively, we've seen it. Special teams, we've seen it. We put all 3 of them together. We're going to be tough to beat down the stretch. So I still think our best ball is ahead of us.
Keep it open if there's 1 or 2 more for Coach before we let him go. We'll head on to James Mueller. James?
Yeah, Dana, I know Marcus went down and he came back in on defense, but y'all held him out of the return game. Was that just precautionary? Any updates on, what exactly happened with him?
Come on now. You know better than that.
Send it over to Joseph Duarte. JD?
Dana, as far as messages going forward with the way things shook out today in the conference, you guys need 1 win out of the last 2 conference games to book a spot into the championship game. When you look at that and sort of where you come from and that goal being there right at the doorstep, what do you tell your players, if anything, about these next couple of games and what it can mean in the grand scheme?
I have no idea what transpired today. Don't know, don't care. Our goal today was to win and get 1 step closer. And we did that, and I'm proud of our team. We'll be back to work tomorrow to get ready to fly to Philly and go play Temple. That's going to be the next goal. I don't look past that. And you can say it's coach speak all you want, but that's true. You can ask these players when they come up. We don't talk about it. So it's 1 game and getting 1 step closer. We did that this week. Proud of them. Thank you all.
Thanks, Coach.
Yeah. So would you ask questions?
All right, everybody. We are joined by wide receiver Tank Dell. Tank, congrats on the win. Everyone, just use the raise your hand tool. And we'll get questions sent your direction. And we will go ahead and start with Joseph Duarte. JD.
Tank, when you guys look at what you've done offensively recently, Coach was saying he felt like as a team, you guys that still had your best football left. But what does it say about offense when you put up 50 plus and over 600 yards as a team?
I believe we still haven't played our best offensive game yet, but it's great, because everyone come in and work hard. We compete, so it's just good to see like it's working for us, going in our way.
And it's late in the year. Is that sort? I mean, I would imagine that's when you want to play your best. That's when you want to be peaking. Between Clayton leading this offense the way that he's doing it, this seems like the best time for you guys to be going on this type of run.
Yeah, we definitely like elevating right now as an offense. I mean, we still got more work to do. We still got more stuff to be done, but we're going in the right direction.
Thanks, Joseph. We'll send it over to James Mueller. James.
Yeah, Tank, sort of piggybacking off that, Clayton made some throws, under heavy pressure, but he seems to, have a lot of confidence in being able to make the plays. So could you talk about just, Clayton's confidence and then the confidence y'all have in him as he's, put together some solid games for a while now?
We trust Tune, we trust. So we trust him, he trusts us. And the confidence just come from like repetition at practice, repping it every week, day in, day out, getting comfortable with each other, all over again. Just going out there to play football. We've been playing since we were so young. So it's nothing. It's just what we do.
We'll keep questions open here for Tank, and we will send it over to Joseph Duarte.
Tank, when you guys see at some point this year, it's been the passing game and maybe the running game, but sometimes never both at the same time. When you see what you guys did tonight and putting it both together, does that just make this team? You mentioned elevation. Does that make it even this team that tough to sort of defend?
Yeah, when the running back's having a good game, great game, that helped the receivers get open, make the safeties have to come play down, make the linebackers play down, and when we having a good game, the linebacker safety, they have to stay over top, and that get the running backs room to break free and stuff like that. So when we both click in at the same time, then it's a dangerous offense to start.
This school's been playing football for 76 years, and tonight was the first time that two receivers and two running backs have all had 100 yards in the same game. So you and Keyshawn, Alton, and Taizon, what's that say about, that you guys spread it out the way you did?
We've been working. That's all I can say. We just been working. Can't say too much about that. I'm proud of Keyshawn, though.
Keep it open if there's one more for Tank before we let him go. Tank, thanks so much for your time. Congratulations again.
Thank y'all.
All right, everyone, we'll pick up with running back Taizon Henry. Taizon, congrats on the victory. We will go ahead and open up questions here. And we will lead things off with Mark Berman. Mark?
Taizon, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
So what was it like? Take us through the run. You break free and you go 97. What the heck is that like?
I mean, it was incredible. I mean, I followed my blocks. I seen a big hole, so I just shot through it. Didn't take no time off. Just hit it real quick and fast. And once I hit open field, I just put my head down and start running.
The ultimate disgrace, you get caught from behind. How worried were you about that?
I was worried a lot. I was looking at the big camera in front of me the whole time.
Thanks, Mark. We'll pass it along to James Mueller. James?
Yeah, Taizon, both you and Alton eclipsed 100 yards tonight, combined for 4 touchdowns. Can you just talk about the job the offensive line did creating holes for y'all to get through and how it led to y'all's big night?
I mean, it started Sunday at practice. Every day we work hard, good blocks, follow our techniques, and follow Coach Black, offensive scheme, and Coach Holgerson. I mean, we did exactly what we needed to do, and just be coachable and do what we had to do at practice. It started at practice.
Thanks, James. We'll send it over to Joseph Duarte. JD?
Taizon, how much has it been about patience for you as you guys, you know, maybe just for the running game in general to wait for a game like this where you guys could really open things up?
I mean, we take one play at a time. We don't rush. We don't do nothing. When the time comes, we just take advantage of the opportunity we get.
Have you noticed, you know, just as the season gone on, what have you shared a lot with Alton, you being a veteran of how, you know, how he stays in the moment and, you know, doesn't let the highs get too high and the lows get too low?
I mean, also, if he started off, I'll start off. I mean, we feed off each other. Younger guy, but at practice, I mean, he started off. He ready to get out, I go in. When I'm ready to go out, he go in. I mean, 1-2 punch. I feed off him every day. He make me better at practice.
We'll keep it open for one or two more.
Taizon, you feel like you guys offensively, you know, coach was saying that he felt this team still had a lot left on the table. How do you feel about the way this offense is moving along as you get later in the season here?
I mean, we're moving pretty good. I mean, we left a lot of plays on the field, so we're just gonna start at practice Sunday and clear the mistakes we made today and get better.
Taizon, thanks again, and congratulations on the victory.
Thank you.
And we will go ahead and wrap things up with quarterback Clayton Tune here in just a moment.
That's right.
Clayton, thanks
What's up,
for your
guys?
time. Congratulations on the victory. We will go ahead and open it up for questions here. And we will lead things off with James Mueller. James?
Yeah, Clayton, tonight you made a couple of nice throws under heavy pressure. And it seems like you felt pretty confident just in your ability to make those throws. Can you just describe your confidence and just how it's grown and just your ability to make some of those throws that you did tonight?
It's just, you know, it's just hard work. You know, I've been working on those throws and putting in a lot of work outside of, you know, our scheduled time, throwing with all the receivers, throwing with my, you know, quarterback coach and everything. And, you know, I have confidence falling back on the fact that I know that I've worked on that stuff and that I'm capable of making those throws.
And what was going through your mind in the first quarter when you threw that ball up to Jake? Because it looked like there was no way he could come down with it, but somehow he did.
He just kind of flashed in my face, and I saw that he had a little bit of room, and, you know, the ball had to come out regardless because I was about to get tackled. So I just kind of threw it up, and he did the rest. It was a great catch.
Thanks, James. We'll keep questions open here. And we'll continue along with Joseph Duarte.
Clayton, you know, it seems like, you know, with any team, how the quarterback goes is sort of how the offense goes. And you guys have really been clicking during this win streak. Have you noticed just the way the offense has evolved maybe the last few weeks where things have opened up, whether it's in the running game or the explosive plays or the O-line play, that sort of you guys are, you know, probably playing your best offensive football of the season?
Yeah, no, everyone's played well. I feel like everyone's raised their level. The O-line's blocking really well and open up holes for the running backs. And, you know, like y'all saw tonight, Alto and Taizon both ran for 100-plus yards. So they're more than capable of playing high-level football. And I feel like I've, you know, progressed and just going through my reads and not trying to do too much and putting the ball in play to those receivers that can make plays. And we're starting to click, so it's been fun.
When you hear a couple of your teammates before you say, you know, you score 50-something points and 600-plus offense, but they feel like there's plays left out on the field, there's things you can do better. What does that say about the potential? You're not even, you know, according to your coach, have played, you know, maybe your best game yet. There's a lot left.
Yeah, it just goes to show that, you know, there's things that we can improve on and things that we're going to improve on and work on, you know, when we get back to practice this week. But I think, you know, once we start clicking, you know, as well as we're capable of, I think we're going to be really successful. So I'm excited.
Keep things open if there's one or two more for Clayton before we let him go.
Clayton, you guys are used to seeing Marcus do his thing on returns. When you're on the sideline and you see the opposing team do that and you sort of know that this is going to be a dogfight, you know, is it a matter of just shaking it off and getting back out there and getting those points back? Or what goes through your mind when you're down, you know, there in the first half?
you know, it really doesn't change our mindset at all. You know, regardless of what the scoreboard says, it's our job to go out there and execute and gain yards and score touchdowns. So that's really been, you know, my mindset and the rest of the offense's mindset pretty much every drive, regardless of what they do.
Send it over to Mark Berman. Mark?
Like Dana said, this at the end of the day, this win was about what you did. What do you think about that?
That's an awesome compliment. You know, I feel proud to be a part of this team and to play quarterback for this team and lead these guys. And you know, he may have said that, but I couldn't do it without the guys. You know, the other 10 guys on the field with me. You know, like I said, the running backs ran their butts off, and the O-line played really well. And then the receivers made plays for me. So couldn't have done it without the other 10 guys.
Taizon said he was concerned about getting caught from behind. He was watching the camera in front of him. How much grief would he have gotten if somebody ran him down?
A lot. He would have caught a lot of flack from everybody.
Mark, thanks so much. And Clayton, thanks for your time. Congratulations.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
All right, everyone, that'll conclude tonight's availability. We will visit with you all more in the coming days. We appreciate it.